Alright, what up? We're back with episode number 2 of Swoobat. Today we're adventuring in a field. A lovely grassy field. There's a Leafeon back there if you look close enough. I think it's like right there or something. I don't know. I searched Pokemon field on Google and this is what it gave me. So this is what we got today. We are, it looks like 1, maybe 2 wins away from Master Ball. So hopefully in today's episode we can be getting Master Ball today. I am recording a second episode in the same day, if you couldn't tell by the hoodie. I was just feeling inspired, you know? This team, it's a fun team to use. So I was really feeling using it a second day in a row. So, cool thing about what we're facing off against right now. We do actually have the Steel move on Cinderace. So I'm going to go Rillaboom Cinderace. Unfortunately, it's not a Swoobat battle. You know, I wish every day was a Swoobat battle day. But not always. So today we're going with Cinderace. Unfortunately, as I said, we're not using Swoobat. But I do believe this is going to be a very good showcasing of exactly how the other modes cover for the other matchups. I think one of the things that people fail to realize is even on crazy teams like this, right? I want to make physical Swoobat work. How am I supposed to do that? You know, and people start throwing on a bunch of crazy other Pokemon and making the whole team just definitely out there, you know? One of the easiest ways to make crazy Pokemon work is to throw some standard Pokemon on there. So, I know I said it, if anyone was watching the live streams a while back, I know I said it. I will not be using Cinderace on any competitive team. Well, clearly, that has been taken back, only purely because of how well Cinderace actually supports what we're trying to do. So, we can easily coaching Max Knuckle Porygon Z, and as long as they don't like Max Guard, Surging Strikes my Cinderace, I feel pretty good about this. Because as everyone knows, Surging Strikes goes through your boosts. It always crits. So even though I'm getting this defense boost from coaching, unfortunately, we could actually just get straight up knocked out by a Surging Strikes. That would be okay, however, if we're trading with the Porygon Z. But I don't actually know if we're going to be trading with the Porygon in this situation. They might Max Guard, like I said. If they are Sash on Urshifu, I don't think I had much of a play around. Maybe we could have gone for something along the lines of a Faint Max Airstream. But that would have been a very large commitment into Porygon Z Max Guarding. He is protecting, but protecting is okay. As everyone knows, the cool thing about Cinderace is I'm going to be changing type right now, right? And so, the worst thing that could have happened is if he Max Guarded. The reason him Max Guarding was so bad for me is because him Max Guarding would stop me from changing to a fighting type. And now, because we're a fighting type, we're not going to get knocked out, even if they decide to Surging Strikes my Cinderace. It does, however, look like they are targeting Riolu as the biggest threat, which I respect. I respect it. Riolu, as I was saying in the last episode, anybody who saw the last episode, Riolu, in my opinion, is the key to beating this team. You need to take out the Riolu as fast as possible. Even though, when somebody does take out my Riolu, it does give me a free switch in. I still think the best way is to take out the Riolu first. Okay, so we go Rillaboom. I do believe the correct play is to max. Maybe we Grassy Glide the Urshifu, and I guess we Steel Spike the Porygon. I was thinking about what kind of boost I wanted, right? We could go a speed boost, we could go a attack boost, we could even go with a defense boost, which is what I went for. And I think the reason I'm going with the defense boost is if my opponent chooses to go for something along the lines of a Sash. Oh, please don't be Incineroar. Why? If they max the Porygon Z and they live my attack, I'm going to be so sad. They have no reason to do that. Okay, at least they didn't max Porygon. If they Dynamax Porygon there, I was going to lose my mind. Because, like, them switching in Incineroar, very fair play. Makes sense, right? That makes a lot of sense. They want to get the Intimidate. They want to get their water type off the field. It makes a lot of sense. But if what they did is they switched their Incineroar in and Dynamaxed, it would have worked. Because I went for Max Steel Spike. And Max Steel Spike probably wouldn't have KO'd Porygon when I was only at neutral, right? Maybe it would have. Maybe we would have been okay. But that would have been a really crazy play for my opponent, definitely. So I'm glad they didn't go for it. I'm glad we're making it out of this turn alive. At least with our Dynamax alive. I'll say it once. I've said it 100 times. Just an announcement. It says we've been dropping frames. So if the video was lagging earlier, or I was pixelated as you could ever imagine, we're going to get that fixed soon, guys. You've been bearing with it. I've been bearing with it. I'm glad you guys have still been liking and watching the content. We are going to be fixing that in about 2 weeks. It's on its way. It's so on its way. I can see the quality of content on my end for what the recording could be. And that is where I dream to have all of you viewing it the same in the future. Obviously not there yet. But like I said, about 2 weeks we should have the content stop lagging like it is and going pixely. So thank you guys for bearing with it. I know it's not like the craziest thing, you know, but it still, I'm sure, is kind of annoying when the battle's going and then boom, there's 4 pixels making up the entirety of the battle. So, anyways, I'm gonna say that every episode because I just feel bad. But we're going Snorlax because I don't want to stay in with my grass type in front of 2 fire types. Pretty obvious, and he's gonna fake me out, so why stay in? So what we're doing here is we're gonna max Knuckle into the Incineroar. I believe this knocks out, right? Because we are at neutral and Life Orb. So yeah, easy knockout. We knock out the Incineroar. I mean, we are in such an advantage right now. I'm not sure what my opponent does to bring this one back. Reason being, right, is I have this Snorlax, and the Snorlax is going to be so good at walling the Rotom. Now, the Rotom is doing an even better job of walling itself. And I know that's a little bit weird phrasing, but Rotom making itself do less damage by overheating turn 1, which is really, really cool. I'm really happy to see that. So they're going to send in Urshifu, which is their last Pokemon. But as we all know, Urshifu does not really beat Rillaboom. Not really. Like, I'm going to be honest, it does a reasonable job against it, but it doesn't beat it. So what we're going to do is we're going to high jump kick Rotom. If they protect, we're in a bad spot, but as long as they don't protect here, I think we just win. Most Rotoms don't carry protect. Rotom Heat typically has something along the lines of Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, maybe even Thunder Wave, some stuff like that. But typically, protect is not on the list of things they carry. So they're Dynamaxing Urshifu. Anyone could have predicted that. It is, you know, the Rotom's at -2 special attack, so why would they want to Dynamax that? It just wouldn't make sense. So we do have the Rillaboom in the back. So as long as we connect the high jump kick, which we do and it knocks out, okay, cool. As long as we connected that high jump kick and knocked out the Rotom, we should be good just to clean this game up. I do believe we're going to be seeing a Max Knuckle into the Snorlax. I don't know if it even knocks out. It probably does, yeah. Like, him not knocking me out with that was optimistic, honestly. But, you know, I don't think it matters too much. It was just kind of a funny thing to be optimistic about. Snorlax, not known for its physical bulk, honestly. It's good when it has a curse or a coaching, but not so good outside of that. So, the reason I feel okay about this is we do have a choice-banded Rillaboom, as I was saying yesterday and today, with the Grassy Glide, going to be doing a crazy amount of damage here. And we also have the Flying type Bounce to be doing a lot of damage to the Urshifu as well. And I do believe that as long as we don't miss Bounce, I think we guaranteed win this. I've had worse odds though. I've definitely had worse odds. And I've had better odds and lost games. So, I don't know. I could see this going either way. Grassy Glide's going to do a ton, but it shouldn't KO. It'll barely not knock out. And as I said, I think Bounce is my best play, even though it could miss. We're going to bounce. We could high jump kick, but high jump kick can also miss. So why would I high jump kick there? They're going to max knuckle. They do target correctly into the Rillaboom. And it doesn't even knock out. Okay, see, they needed to knock out with that. Honestly, I was predicting that my opponent may have had max Hailstorm or max Flutterby. I wasn't really... Every Urshifu's different. Some only carry max knuckle. Some do actually carry bug and, you know, ice moves and stuff like that. But this one is not going to be able to take out my Rillaboom, which is very nice. Baby Urshifu is back, and that is enough. Very good stuff, very good stuff. So, we win game 1 for today. Unfortunately, as I said, it wasn't Swoobat's game there. That definitely was not Swoobat's game. Next game, however, we always have to hope. Maybe this one. Ooh, and we're in Master Ball. Okay, so we're in Master Ball. This is the point where we start pushing for number 1. Obviously, we had a bit of a rough start. I was doing some weird stuff on streaming and recording. So, unfortunately, we're not the best ranking. But at least now we can slowly climb to the number 1 spot and get better and better battles as we go. So, Porygon again. But this time, they've got an annoying Whimsicott. So the question is, what the heck are we supposed to do about that? I think the answer is Rillaboom Snorlax. Alright, and let me explain. So the reason I'm thinking Snorlax is, as I was saying, with the Assault Vest, I think Snorlax is probably the best to take on a Porygon, especially when it's paired with a Whimsicott. I don't think any of my other Pokemon can take on a Porygon when paired with Whimsicott, except Snorlax. We do need Cinderace in the back, and I kind of actually want Braviary, right? The reason I want Braviary is it matches up reasonably well against Rillaboom and Urshifu, and also, the biggest reason that I want Braviary is it matches up pretty well against the Dragapult. Mostly because I could switch it in at any point and take a Ghost move, and I could also bring it in on like maybe a Max Wormwind into the Snorlax and get a pretty good boost there. So my opponent actually goes with Togekiss Porygon Z. Interesting, interesting. Alright, well, we're going to be coaching right away, and I'm going to Max Strike the Porygon. I could see my opponent follow me, but as I was saying in one of the past battles, if they've got a follow me Pokemon that is not threatening to you on the field, you need to make sure you target the other one. Because in this situation, Togekiss could actually go for Protect, or it could follow me, or it could attack. If it attacks, I wasn't stopping it anyways. It's going to get the attack off whether I want it to or not. If it follow me's, well, it's the same as if I targeted Togekiss. And if it protects, then I successfully targeted Porygon. Because I really don't think Porygon protects no matter what. If this dude max guards here, we have a pro level gamer on our hands. Because I don't see any reason for him to protect right now. Which is why we make the max strike target into it. So we got the big boy as usual. I haven't, as I said, I'm recording these two in one day. I don't know if anybody's asked yet in the comments, but if you're wondering, the reason we don't have Gigantamax Snorlax, well, that is because, as everyone knows, Gigantamax Snorlax, its special effect of its like G-Max move is it gets its berry back for it and its partner. Well, as you can see, I don't have a berry on Snorlax, and the only berry I do have, I believe, is on Braviary. We could fact check that one, but I think the only berry I have is on Braviary, and that's a Lumberry. Like, I don't need my Lumberry back. So, there is actually no reason to be running G-Max Snorlax, because I don't need my berry back. So, at the very least, we can be getting a speed drop with the Max Strike, which isn't crazy big, like I was saying yesterday. Snorlax doesn't want your opponent to be slower. Like, you know, it's not helping Snorlax out. It's mostly about helping out the Cinderace and other stuff in the back. But we're going to go Cinderace, or not Cinderace, we're not going to go Cinderace, because Cinderace is not in that good of a spot. We are going to go Braviary, however. So, as I said, Porygon did take a lot, because my opponent did not respect the fact that I might target them, and did not follow me. So we get a lot of damage onto Porygon real early. This turn, though, I am going to Max Strike Porygon. No, you know what? This time we'll Max Strike Togekiss, and we're going to protect Braviary. Because what happens here is my opponent is most likely going to max strike Braviary. Maybe they max strike into my Snorlax, but I think they hit Braviary. And we should live it and get an attack boost due to our ability. Yes. So they hit Braviary. It does half. It does half of my HP. But our Defiant is going to give us a +1 attack. And now, Max Strike going into the Togekiss is not enough to knock it out. I didn't expect it to be, honestly. I really didn't. But now, what we can do in this situation is we lowered their speed twice. And they lowered our speed once. But we can Brave Bird Porygon and max... Do I want to max Steel Spike? I'll max Steel Spike Togekiss. Let's go with that. They're probably just going to follow me. They don't follow me. We get the free knockout on Porygon. I told you guys, really, why would you attack into the other Pokemon? Why would you ever target that Togekiss? He Heat Waves for whatever reason. Okay. Burns the Braviary, but we're Lumberry, so nothing too bad there. And we're going to get a Steel Spike, knocking out the Togekiss. Very nice. We knocked that out. We get a defense boost. Defense boost shouldn't matter too much. The only reason I did it is I figured it would be best, you know, helping me match up just a little bit better against the Dragapult. Not that Snorlax matches up well against Dragapult anyways, but any assistance is always good. Dragapult does come in. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And Urshifu. Oh boy. It is water Urshifu. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. How do we approach this? I think the correct way to go about this is probably just a Brave Bird Dragapult, because we're not going to get that attack off. We're not. And Thunder Punch Urshifu. Dragapult goes for Thunderbolt into Braviary. Okay. I was not ready for that. And Urshifu is going to close combat. We have a +2 defense, so we will take it. Not take it well, but we will take it. There's that defense boost coming into play. And we Thunder Punch Urshifu. Are they Sash, though? They're not Focus Sash. Okay, them not being Focus Sash is huge. Because now Cinderace actually has a reasonable chance, whereas it had, like, no chance if Urshifu lived. Because if Urshifu lives that, it probably has Aqua Jet, which is never good. Unfortunately, we don't have Sucker Punch. Hopefully they think I have Sucker Punch. We also can't Steel Roller, so literally I have to Thunder Punch this thing. He Thunderbolts into Snorlax. We take it! Oh my gosh. AV Snorlax is so good. Okay, we do like half. We Thunder Punch one more time. Is this enough to do half? Okay. We should guaranteed win this, because we Iron Head Thunder Punch one more time. And as far as I know, you know, I'm good at this game, but I'm not, like, I don't know everything. As far as I know, Dragapult cannot knock out both my Pokemon. And we are going to be winning this game, number 2. Very good stuff. Like I said earlier in the video, I noticed we dropped a lot of frames, so hopefully it wasn't too bad. I'm going to look it over. I mean, if it is terrible, I'm not posting it. If it's, like, bearable, I'm going to post it. But I feel so bad. But I cannot stop. The daily content will not stop. Even if we had to deal with some dropped frames, we're going to make it. We're going to keep it going. But that's going to be it for today. As always, like, comment, subscribe on the video. Today's comment, what's today's comment? If you want to leave some suggestions for what could be in my background, I will try to take suggestions from the comments. So, same as teams. I did see, haven't looked at it yet, but I know one person posted a team, I'm pretty sure. If you want me using your team, post it in the description. Not the description, the comments. I post in the description. You post in the comments. Post in the comments if you want me to use a team. There's a very high chance I'll use it. Like, honestly, if it's not terrible, I probably will use it. I'm looking for it. I don't want to keep using my teams. You guys don't want to always see my teams. But, anyways, don't forget to follow me on all the socials. I stream on Twitch almost every day. And I will see you guys tomorrow with one more day of Swoobat.